Welcome to Coin Hunter UK. Today, we are taking a closer look at the unique 1980 Australian 5-cent coin. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming coin discoveries. Did you know that this ordinary-looking coin tells the story of a queen and a creature separated by thousands of miles? This worn-out 1980 Australian 5-cent piece serves as a unique bridge between two worlds. On one side, it features the refined portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, representing the deep-rooted traditions of the British Monarchy. On the other, it showcases the rugged echidna, a wild animal native only to the Australian continent. Despite the vast distance between London's royal palaces and the Australian Outback, this single coin brings them together, symbolizing a historic connection between the United Kingdom and the land down under. Something extraordinary happened in 1980 that completely reshaped the world of coinage forever. This wasn't just another year in history, it was a turning point where economic pressures and skyrocketing metal prices forced mints across the globe to rethink how money was made. As the value of raw materials surged, the traditional methods of coin production were pushed to their limits, leading to rare errors and unique manufacturing shifts that collectors still hunt for today. In this video, we reveal the hidden events of 1980 that turned a simple 5-cent piece into a witness of a global financial revolution. The mastermind behind this iconic design was Stuart Devlin, a legendary figure in the world of numismatics and jewelry. Born in Australia but rising to fame as the official goldsmith and jeweler to the British royal family, Devlin possessed a unique dual perspective. In the mid-1960s, when Australia was transitioning to decimal currency, he won a competition to design the nation's new coins. His vision was revolutionary. He moved away from traditional heraldic symbols and instead chose to celebrate Australia's unique wildlife, like the echidna found on this 1985-cent piece. His ability to blend British royal elegance with the raw, natural beauty of the Australian Outback is what makes this coin a masterpiece of modern design. The creature featured on the reverse side of this coin is the echidna, one of Australia's most extraordinary and ancient animals. Stuart Devlin chose this unique monotreme, an egg-laying mammal, because it perfectly represents the prehistoric and mysterious nature of the Australian continent. Known for its protective spines and long snout, the echidna is a biological marvel that exists nowhere else on Earth. By placing this spiny anteater on the 5-cent piece, the designer moved away from traditional symbols of power and instead highlighted a national icon that symbolizes resilience and the exotic identity of the Australian wilderness. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a masterpiece created by the renowned British artist Arnold Machin. Commissioned in the 1960s, Machin's depiction of the Queen is celebrated for its timeless and graceful quality, capturing her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This specific effigy became a symbol of continuity and stability across the Commonwealth. By featuring Machin's work on this 1985-cent piece, the coin maintains a formal link to the British Monarchy, ensuring that even thousands of miles away from London, the royal presence remained a fundamental part of Australia's daily currency and national identity. This portrait was far more than just a local design for Australia. It served as a universal emblem of the Commonwealth of Nations, including the United Kingdom and Canada. During this era, Arnold Machin's depiction of Queen Elizabeth II acted as a powerful common thread, weaving together diverse nations under a shared historical and symbolic identity. Whether in a bustling market in London, a small town in Ontario, or the vast Australian Outback, this image was a recognizable mark of authority and unity that reinforced the idea that despite geographical boundaries and growing independence, these nations remained connected through a collective heritage, making this 1985-cent piece a small but significant token of a global community. In 1980, the United Kingdom was undergoing a period of intense economic upheaval under the leadership of Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. Her government introduced radical policies to combat high inflation, which led to a dramatic restructuring of the British economy. During this time, unemployment surged to record levels and industrial strikes were common, creating a tense social atmosphere. Amidst this domestic turmoil, the rising costs of raw materials and energy significantly increased the expense of minting coins. These harsh economic realities forced the government and the Royal Mint to seek more cost-effective production methods, making the coinage of this era a direct reflection of Britain's struggle to adapt to a rapidly changing financial landscape. During this period, Australia was actively carving out its own distinct national identity, yet its currency remained deeply tethered to British traditions and the regulations of the Royal Mint. Even as the country moved toward greater political and cultural independence, the 1985-cent coin stood as a symbol of this dual reality. Every coin minted required the formal approval of the Queen, and the technical standards for its production were still heavily influenced by the centuries-old expertise of London's financial institutions. This created a fascinating paradox. While the Australian people were looking forward to a future of complete self-reliance, the very change in their pockets served as a constant reminder of their enduring constitutional and symbolic link to the United Kingdom. The year 1980 marked a massive shift in the world of currency due to the skyrocketing prices of precious metals. Silver prices reached unprecedented heights during this time, making it financially impossible for governments to continue using it in everyday circulation. As a result, mints around the world, including those producing Australian currency, fully embraced the use of cupronickel, a durable blend of copper and nickel. This transition was a strategic move to ensure that the intrinsic value of the metal did not exceed the face value of the coin itself. This 1985-cent piece is a perfect example of that economic era, representing a time when the world had to move away from silver to more practical and cost-effective industrial metals. This specific coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, a world-class facility that has been the heart of Australia's currency production since 1965. By 1980, the mint was operating at a high technical capacity, utilizing advanced machinery to ensure that millions of these 5-cent pieces were produced with consistent precision. The manufacturing process involved massive industrial presses that stamped Stuart Devlin's intricate echidna design and Arnold Machin's royal portrait onto blank metal discs with immense force. As a symbol of national sovereignty, the Royal Australian Mint ensured that every 1980 coin met rigorous quality standards, making this piece not just a tool for commerce, but a product of sophisticated Australian engineering and industrial pride. In 1980, approximately 62 million of these 5-cent coins were released into circulation, flooding the market to meet the demands of daily commerce. This was an era long before the concept of digital currency or contactless payments existed. Every transaction, from buying a newspaper to paying for bus fare, relied heavily on physical cash. Because of this, the importance of these coins was far greater than it is today. They were the lifeblood of the economy, passing through millions of hands and serving as a vital tool for the public. Each of these 62 million pieces played a role in the everyday lives of Australians, making them a ubiquitous and essential part of the nation's financial fabric during a time when metal was the only way to pay. The biggest reason to keep this coin is the potential for life-changing mint errors that can turn a simple 5-cent piece into a fortune. While millions were made, a few rare 1980 coins feature a double die error, where the image or text appears doubled due to a misalignment during production. A perfect specimen of such an error can be valued at $2,000 to $5,000. But the real treasures are the extreme rarities. If you find a wrong planchet error, where the 5-cent design was accidentally struck on a foreign or different metal disc, it could fetch over $50,000. Most incredibly, a rare double strike error, where the coin is struck twice off-center, or a mule error featuring mismatched dies, can reach values in the high 5 figures. In the world of elite auctions, a unique, certified 1980 error coin in pristine condition has the potential to sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, making it one of the most hunted treasures in numismatic history. So, before you spend it, look very closely. You might be holding a literal gold mine. As we look at the worn surface and faded luster of this 1985-cent piece, we realize that its true value far exceeds its face denomination. While it may only be worth 5 cents in a shop, its real worth lies in the incredible history it carries, from the artistic genius of Stuart Devlin to the economic struggles of the Thatcher era and the wild heart of the Australian Outback. This coin is a silent witness to a world in transition, a tiny metal time capsule that has survived decades of change. It reminds us that every piece of change in our pockets has a story to tell, proving that the real treasure isn't just the money itself, but the rich legacy and hidden connections of the past that we hold in the palm of our hands.